5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the LMC cast. We are once again playing a board game while we record, and this week we are playing Love Letter, and in today's ensemble we have Mr. Venato.
Hello.
Shadow Fox.
Hi, hi.
The Random Genius.
Hello.
And Vija.
Hello.
And some guy called Earthheart, don't worry about him.
No attention to the man behind the...
Under the table, making it move. Moving the cards for us.
Like that. Actually, I'm going to be sitting out this first round anyway to help explain the rules of the game we are playing, so Shadow Fox, get in a position.
I will choose yellow.
So we are playing a card game called Love Letter. It is brilliantly simple and yet still works really well. There are variations of it that involve Batman and stuff, but we're just going to play the standard one. And the way it works is as follows. We'll be taking one card out of the deck. That card isn't used for this round of the game. Everyone else draw one card. Now the idea is, at the end of the round, you want the highest card.
Hit the wrong button.
Oops.
It deals under draw.
Okay, let's reshuffle those in then.
There's always that one. It's like,
why are you guys putting them up for where I'm going around? This is a good start.
Should we just start? Should we just start again and just?
No, because people enjoy us messing up, I think. So yeah.
Take two begins now.
Do you want me to restart?
Just carry on. Don't worry.
Carry on.
We'll do it live.
Yeah. All right. We'll do it live. I don't care anymore. So yes, we're going to remove one card out of the deck end. I can't do that because I'm a spectator now, so you don't deal me in. So someone remove a card from the deck, and then draw one card each.
There we go.
So the idea is, at the end of the round, you want the highest numbered card, but you can also kick people out of the game by using the abilities of each card, basically. Some cards will let you do better stuff than others. Let's start with the Random Genius, because I think he's the most familiar with this game.
Yes. Well, first of all, you might as well want to explain what the cards are.
I'm going to explain them as they turn up, but the cards are numbered 1 to 8, but there's multiple of some cards.
Okay, I'm going to play the Priest.
So the Priest allows you to look at another player's hand. It is only number 2, so it's a good card to get rid of. Whose card are you going to look at?
I am going to look at Shadow Fox's card and see what it is.
I think last time we did this, we had an extra set of the cards, or like one of each card, so we knew exactly what cards.
Yeah, but the
fine.
board, there was some issues with us mixing them into the board occasionally.
Thanks, Tabletop Simulator.
But we do leave the cards out so that people can see what's been played. The reason one card is discarded at the beginning is so that there's one card that no one knows if it's in the deck or not, basically. VJ, it is your turn.
Okay, I draw a card. Okay. Well, I am going to play the guard.
So the guard is the lowest number at 1, so you definitely don't want them in your hand at the end of the game. But it allows you to pick another player, guess if they have something in their hand, which, if you played the Priest last time, you might have a good idea what's in their hand. And if you get it right, they're out. Who are you going to pick, Vija?
Okay, so I'm going to Shot in the Dark. Mr. Venato, do you have the Prince?
No.
Okay.
One thing to note, you can't guess if someone has a guard.
Yes.
You can't. Do you have a guard? Probably.
The guard is the most plentiful card in the deck with 5.
Yes.
Yeah. And then it goes down the higher the value of the card once you get to...
Well, so basically everything other than a king, countess, and a princess, which all only have 1 copy, because you only have 1 king, 1 princess, I suppose you could have multiple countesses, but there is only one in this case. All the other cards, there's 2 copies. Shadow Fox, it's your turn then.
Use attack. I've just made it so I've got a nice little. I have a picture on my other screen of the 8 cards in play, so I can at least remember. So I draw.
Nice.
The physical game, there's actually nice reference cards everyone gets.
Now the worry is now that the random genius knows what card Shadow Fox has.
So we either have
One
to
of
play
them
that card or
run
has
the
to
risk.
the risk of random genius kicking him out of the game.
Well, you know what? I think I'm going to do one to the random genius. I want to see your card now.
Okay.
Oh.
The other thing will be is if the other card is one he can't play, then it could be an issue. Shadow Fox played another priest. So, Venato.
So that is
Wonderful.
both priests out in play.
Yes. Which is bad if you're going to play another card that is comparing cards because they're definitely going to be they're more likely to be a higher number.
You know what? Let's go with the Baron.
Which is the card we were talking about. So the Baron is number 3. You pick a player and you compare your remaining card with their card. Whoever has the higher number wins. Who are you picking?
You know what? Let's have a look at Ian's. Ian, I'll look at yours, you look at mine.
Oh no!
Well, this is awkward.
Earth. What
Is it
happens in a tie?
You both just get your card. Well, you might as well just keep the cards. I'm guessing nothing happens. I think it does say that on the card. Yeah, only the player with the lower value is out the round. Neither of you have the lower value, technically. So nothing happens.
So we can determine Mr. Venato and the random genius have something above a 3, or a Baron, because all the Barons are out.
Well, no, because they
Or
can't.
they could have a
There's only
guard
2 Barons.
each.
But
So they can't have a Baron,
The fun,
and they can't have a priest.
the fun thing is I literally just looked at Ian's card. So
you know what I know.
I know, I
You
know.
know what Iron has as well.
I know what
So,
Iron has.
yeah, the random genius is going to have to do some power plays here, I think.
Mm.
Of
Stay
which
in
I
the
will
game.
do now. So I'm going to play the Handmaid, which is a rank 4 card.
Ah.
Until my next turn, no one else can affect me with any card.
So basically, he's immune to anything until his next turn.
Yes.
That's a very good play.
Vija, you're up.
Alright.
And for references, there are 2 Handmaids in the deck.
Well, I'm going to play my guard. I'm
No.
going to take a guess. Ein, do you have a handmaid?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
So I actually know what Iron has now, just by process of elimination.
So I shall draw as it's my turn.
Yes, it is.
I'm in trouble if he has a guard.
Bad news!
So
Chances
I
are
have a
good.
guard, and get that princey ass out of here.
Who are you talking to?
You? Well, you're the only one.
He can't target Ian. So, yes. For reference, what the Prince does, the Prince is a rank 5 card, and you force another player to discard their hand, which is great if they have the Princess, on anything else. But because Shadow Fox guessed it correctly with a guard, Ein is now out of this round.
Yay.
Sorry, Ein.
No buena.
But the Random Genius's Handmaiden has now worn off, so...
Vulnerable.
Okay. I'm going to play the other prince, because
Which is
yes,
fair
I
enough.
did have the other prince.
Well, technically
And
that's
I'm
Ein's
going to-
prince now.
I'm going to ask Avija to discard his card and draw again.
Oof.
Ooh.
Oof.
Ooh, Baba King.
That's annoying.
Ooh.
Oh.
So Vija had the king, which allows you to trade hands with another player. The king is rank 6.
He might have traded up at this point, though.
Who
That's
knows?
true, but it's Vija's turn.
Alright, well, I have to draw again.
Yes, you draw once again.
I'm going to play the guard. And I'm going to guess... Random Genius, do you have a queen?
There is no queen.
There is no
Sorry,
queen.
not a queen.
Princess?
God damn it. Yeah, go with princess. That's it.
Boo and indeed hiss. I did have the princess.
Yes.
So the princess is the highest card at 8. You cannot play it. If you have forced to discard it, you automatically get kicked out the round.
So you kicked out twice, once from the guard and once from tossing away your princess.
Yes.
That's fine, because I'm not going to make him skip the next round or something. And they're on the last card.
So I draw the last card.
You draw the last card and play whichever one you'd prefer.
Safety tip, please do not throw princesses. Just a general health and safety tip there.
I play the Handmaiden. You can't affect me.
We can do anything anyway. So.
I know. Whatever
So
could
there are
still
no
be.
more cards. So Vija and Shadowfox, show your cards, and whoever has the highest number wins.
I've not won this, but I had a Baron.
No, no, you definitely haven't.
Yeah.
Well done, Shadowfox. Take a token from the bag.
Woo!
Oh,
Yeah,
Poor-
just a
poor-
random guard that was set
poor
aside.
lonely guard left out in the cold.
So yes, that is one round, and you basically play until whatever amount of rounds you want to play to. We're going to play till 3 for this one. Something to note is that there are only 16 cards in the deck, and you play with 15 because one gets discarded.
A very small deck for a board game.
It's supposed to be a very quick, fast fire round thing.
Yeah.
So yes, everyone draw your cards again. We'll do one more round, and then we'll do some discussion.
Mm.
And I typically do it that is it the first person to go out goes first?
So,
Yeah,
so that would
that
be
sounds
that's
right.
fair.
Mr. Venato.
Fine. Let's see what we got there then.
Oh,
Baron.
Okay.
Ian.
Okay, so we're checking cards again.
that's
That's Baron that's been played.
Yes.
So yeah, comparing cards, see who has the higher number.
a very early game.
It is, and it has paid off.
Oh no!
So the prince is out.
Wow. Okay, so to
Oh.
be fair, it sounds like I didn't really have much of a choice, but the prince is a high value card. So if Venato had a higher card than that,
So Prince is
that's now put
5.
him very.
Ein has a 6, a 7, or an 8. So he either has the king, the countess, or the princess.
Which narrows that field big time. Feature, it is your turn then. Sorry, Mr. Genius. That's a very quick round for you.
Okay, well, I'm going to take pot shots because
Might as well.
Might as well.
Why not?
Ein, do you
Yeah.
have the king?
No, I don't.
Okay, fair enough. So it's narrowed down
Two more
to
to
options.
search
1 in 2 chance. 1 in 2 chance.
Come on, John.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Oh, please let me know the guard.
I'm going to use the prince. Discard your hand.
Ooh, is that what?
Countess.
Oh.
Damn it, it
So
wasn't.
you draw another card to replace it.
Mm.
So So we haven't really seen the countess. The countess is the 7 card, and it doesn't do anything. But if you have a king or prince in your hand, you must play it as your card, and it just doesn't do anything. And everyone knows you have a prince or a
Yeah.
king in your hand.
So there was a 50-50 chance of him being out because he would have had to discard the princess, and he didn't.
But it is now Mr. Venato's turn.
It is. Draw another card. You know what? Handmaiden. Leave me alone.
Leave him alone.
Fair enough. Okay, so I draw another card.
Once you get into a rhythm with this game, the rounds do go through quite quickly.
I play another guard, and I'm going to take a guess that John. Oh, sorry, Shadow Fox.
Yep.
Do you have the king? I'm looking for the king.
The king is not here today.
Okay, fair enough.
No touchy. The handmaiden comes out to play.
Oof. Should have guessed handmaiden.
That means both handmaidens are now gone.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Bad choices.
You know, guard.
Okay.
Phil.
Hmm?
Do you have a guard?
You can't
You
guard the
can't
guard.
guard.
Let's a priest. Let's go priest.
Probably not. Oh, yeah, sorry, no, it's Prince I'm looking at, sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't have a priest.
Get it.
Alright, Phil, you go. There are 3 cards left, so there's once more for each of us. Well, unless someone gets kicked out.
Okay. You were spot on. I had a guard. But you can't answer that question.
Yeah,
No.
you can't actually ask that. So
Yeah. So I'm going to ask again. Do you have the king?
Yes.
Oh,
I found him eventually.
so
we're down to the last 2 again.
down to the last 2. Princess hasn't been played. Princess could be on the side.
Yep.
Or
Been
it
a
could be in the
guard.
cards. Yeah.
Could be in
You can
well,
see I've had
uh,
consistent luck tonight.
Yeah, we've seen 4 out of 5 guards, so
Yeah, we still haven't seen any of the priests.
that's true. We've still got Baron hiding as well.
Let
So
us.
princess,
Okay.
baron, priest, someone. Oh, there's the last
all the
guard.
guards.
There's the guard. Right.
And your guess is?
So we haven't seen the princess. Both princes are out. Both handmaidens are out.
Mm-hmm.
1 baron has been played. No priests have been played.
Mm-hmm.
And there are 3 cards left on the table. One face down.
I would feel safe saying a priest at this point.
Just going by numbers. But you asked if he had a priest. He didn't, unless he picked up a priest.
Yeah, and I'll be fair. It's like I did have a guard when Ein asked me.
He did. I'm going to say you have a priest. You have a priesty boy.
I don't have a priest.
Do you have a? Is there a
DJ gets
princess?
the last move.
Is there a princess in your midst?
The must be princess or baron.
If it is, then he might as well play the Baron because he's going to win.
Okay, well, I'm going to play the priest. Can
You
I
might
have
as
a
well
look
just
at
show
your
your
hand?
cards
Yeah.
anyway because it's the end of the
Yeah.
round.
It's a baron. You did have
It's
the
the
princess.
princess.
So that is 1 for Vija.
Ooh.
Done.
And, to celebrate your victory, so we said we were going to do a follow-up episode on our Game of the Year, or at least me and Shadowfox did. We've decided to invite some other people to say what games they played through 2020. So, Vija, what was your favourite games of 2020 while we set up the next game?
Oh, God. I had 2021. Not 2020.
So you've got your upcomings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
coming.
Well, like we said, it doesn't have to just be games. We can talk about just anything you quite enjoyed from the last year that maybe you didn't.
Well, I do have an idea. So we all kind of got into it in December. It was Gunslinger.
Gunfire Reborn.
Sorry, Gunfire Reborn. God damn it, I'm awful with naming.
I mean, you can be a gunslinger in it.
You
Yeah.
can, it is possible.
You can.
So yeah, Gunfire Reborn is basically it's an online multiplayer dungeon crawler. I wouldn't call it a crawler, dungeon
Shooter.
dungeon shooter. Semi-procedurally generated. You run through, and yeah, you'll eventually die. You respawn, but you've leveled up your character in the meantime, and you go do it again. And it's a very simple and fun game with a lot of variety, with different weapons options and different characters as you unlock as you go along, and you can build up your characters, level them up in different areas. Health is very important, and yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I think we all did at the back end of last year.
Yeah, because we all played it.
Yeah.
I think we all have it. I think it's another one of the LMC kind of staples that we can fall back on.
Yeah,
along with Jackbox and I Love You, Colonel Sanders.
yeah, it's a nice. I think it's just something nice and relaxing after a long day of work. Just all right, you're gonna have maybe a 20-minute, half-hour game till the point you die, and it's like, yeah, play through, have some fun, relax, kill a few things.
It can get very involved at times because we've had runs that last over an hour and a half.
Oh,
Yeah, certainly when we've been getting to the end boss and stuff. So
I think half of that time is literally in that last stage area, in the water stage area, because you spend so much time. The stages are longer and the enemies are harder, and you're trading gear more.
I still haven't got to that far.
we'll get you there. The big thing is it's up to 4-player co-op. It's a co-op game. It's a co-op roguelike, basically. But yeah, we've all been dabbling in that, I think. December and January.
Yeah.
At the moment, there's 3 characters, and then at the point of recording, a 4th character is due. So
so the game's actually only in early access at the moment. So it's not actually fully been released. So it could be on our list for Game of the Year for 2021.
Depends on how long it depends on how long it stays in early access. Because I mean, the fact is, it's way better than a lot of
early access.
Well,
games.
It's a lot better than a lot of full released games at the moment.
Oh dear, I know what you're going to be talking about. But yeah, it's simple, it's fun, and well, I mean, it's PC only at the moment, but who knows?
But again, that's probably just an early access thing.
Yeah, given time, I think they'll bring it to consoles because it'll work well on consoles. Saying that, I do play it with a controller, so
those next-gen consoles could use some more games on them.
Yeah, well, you need a next-gen console.
But on the Switch, it's fine.
Oh, I'd love it on the Switch. I would play the hell out of it on the Switch.
I mean, it would work well, 4-player co-op.
4-player co-op, or even just 15 minutes just playing it solo. It's like...
Just so long as they don't tie the gyro controls into it, otherwise I think that might cause a few issues.
Oh, to be honest, on the Switch, it's just plug in a controller, guys.
So anything else from the last year? Or this year? For January?
Well, so far January, ended up borrowing one of my girlfriend's Switch games, and ended up playing Shantae and 7 Seas.
7 Sirens.
I am on the ball tonight. Yes, 7 Sirens.
Sorry, that was it. That was in Turbo's top 5 of the year, I think.
I believe, you had Shantae up there.
Mm.
It was in my top 10. To be fair, it was my 8th game of the year, ironically, not 7th.
But yeah, it's first time I played a Shantae game, which is surprising considering how long I've known Josh for. Good fun, and now trying to track down the other games on Switch, which are available, but most of them have been done through limited runs. So prepare to chill out.
The only one that's probably going to be easy-ish to get is Half Genie Hero, because that did have a commercial release, just standard. Whereas the older games that were from the DSi and the 3DS store,
DSi and 3DS.
they were only limited run games because they're like 80 meg.
Very
but you
not
can
worth the cartridge
you
space.
can download them for Switch, can't you?
Yeah, you can get them on the download for Switch, I believe, or if not, PC. They're all on Steam.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but was it limited run, or was it the actual Way Forward devs that have decided that they want to go and do a physical release of the original Game Boy Color version of Shantae?
It's probably a mixture between the two. Way Forward do a lot of close collaboration with limited run.
I think it was that one. Yeah, I do like it when they kind of like digital games sometimes get like a physical fun release.
I have a feeling they were doing pre-orders for re-releases of the first Shantae on Game Boy Color when I was in PAX East.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Mm.
But yeah, how did you find the? I mean, tell us about the game. How did you find it?
You play a half genie who initially needs some who's going to this island for a genie celebration thing, and then you're basically you're at a dance in the evening with all other half genies, and then the half genies are stolen, and you have to go rescue them in the island, which has this kind of buried base underneath it that you got to go explore, kill enemies with your hair whip initially, and then as you go along you get powers to turn into different creatures to then gain access to more areas, and it's very well laid out so that yes, there's a lot of backtracking which can be irritating, but you're always, when you go back with a new power, you can find something new because you can gain access to a different part of an old area, which is both nice and infuriating. But it's a well done game, so I didn't mind the backtracking.
It's very Metroid-like in its
It
way
is
with that one.
and it's easy and very forgiving, so of course I like it.
I mean, it depends on how you play it.
I died a lot, so well, I pumped everything into health. We pumped everything into health initially. Then yeah, it was simple, fun game, 2D platformer, and most fun I've had with a game for a while. I'd highly recommend it if you can pick it up.
Yeah, I would certainly recommend it. I mean, it's available on both Steam and I think it might actually be available on all consoles. Not 100% sure on that one, but yeah, it's definitely worth playing. And for those of you that were listening in on that show, both myself and Turbo now do have our physical versions of Seven Sirens, the special edition ones. Turbo, I think, has a video up on for you check one of the end of his streams. He'll have the video of him unboxing all the merch he got with his version.
Oh, he went with one of the super special editions.
Yes, well, we worked together to save on postage, so yeah, because I had a couple of workmates who wanted copies as well, so we ordered a big bulk from Limited Run Games. I mean, so I've actually got.
You might as well go for the big. If you're gonna get like one of those special packages, just go for the big one.
Well, here's the thing: they did one that was a mega bundle, which included 4 copies of the game: standard PS4, standard Switch, special edition PS4, and special edition Switch. So that cut down on some of the money.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yes, Turbo may have gotten a small plush with it as well.
Nice.
Oh, anything else you've watched?
Watch-wise, the new Pixar shorts came out this week. Popcorn, which I'll be honest, I'll probably give a miss because it's
usually their stuff is quite good.
Yeah, but they're like 2 minutes long, and there's no talking, so it's all them just doing actions. There were a couple I liked, but out of 10 episodes, the only 2 I actually liked were the Incredibles based ones, because it relied on more comedy. There were 2 Toy Story ones with 2 characters from Toy Story 4, which kind of, yeah, I don't know these characters, and I'm quite frankly irritated by them. And
Toy
just,
Story purist, 1, 2, and 3 only.
well, yeah, I've not seen 4, but it's just no, the actual characters just were irritating, and yeah, most of the rest of the time there was no talking because of course you think, well, Toy Story or The Incredibles or
My favourite short of theirs is probably Jerry's Game.
That's a really old one, though.
Oh
Yeah.
god, yeah, it is. But it works.
I'm not saying Pixar or Disney don't do good shorts. I mean, the shorts that they put at the front of movies, they're their own unique original things, which are nice. But no, these are just existing characters just thrown into situations. And your first one is Buzz Lightyear's workout, and it's him doing a workout, and then other characters in the background doing their own version of workouts with toys. And it's like, okay, that's it for 2 minutes.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's kind of like, well, yeah, it was kind of a letdown.
Not worth your Disney Plus.
Well, certainly, I think Disney is trying to make you think it's worth your Disney Plus. Unless you're a big Marvel fan.
Well, shall we play another couple of rounds then?
Yeah, let's do another couple.
Yes, please.
Why not? Why not?
Before I call something the wrong thing again.
Is it Shantae or Shantae?
Let's go with the random genius starting because he was out first time last
Yes,
time.
he got quite beaten up first round then.
Well,
Skip.
Good
I've
luck.
got the handmaiden.
I mean, fair
Sorry,
enough.
handmaid.
handmaiden, similar things, right?
I mean, it's a Marley.
There is thinking.
I'm going to play the prince,
Oh.
and I'm going to discard my own hand. I'm
Oh,
going
okay.
to get rid of a guard.
I mean, fair enough.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fair. If someone plays a baron on you, that's a very risky position.
Draw.
Question why
Yeesh.
you flipped it over
I
again.
don't know why. I'm so used to flipping cards back over so they're face down when playing them sometimes. Right, so Priest, look at another player's hand. Eeny, meeny, miny, ein.
Right. You know, I'm gonna do what Phil did. Prince.
God, double Prince. God,
Double Prince. Some music enthusiasts would be overjoyed with that. We are back to Mr. Genius.
Okay. So I'm going to play the guard, and I'm going to say that Shadowfox has a Baron. Oh,
I did have a
That
Baron.
was
Oh.
good. Well done.
That was a. Oh yeah, I mean,
Well played.
Priest went down, guards have been down, Prince is down, Handmaiden down. Baron was the most likely of the lower cards to have most left.
yeah.
True.
Phil.
Good play. Right. I am going to. Can I look at the random genius's hand?
He's played another priest.
What there's
Not many
There's not
cards
much
left.
option I can do with.
As I said, once you get going into a rhythm, these rounds do go quite fast.
You do.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you're not gonna get another go.
I'm not gonna get another turn. Do I use this card now or not?
Well, I
Up to
mean,
you.
I'm gonna take a risk. King.
Who are you
Mhm.
trading with?
Let's take a risk on Phil.
I was gonna say if you knock someone out, if someone gets knocked out, you'll have another turn. But
Sorry, yeah, I was just flipping it over. There we go.
Mr. Genius.
Oh, this is gonna go badly.
It works for me. Shall we
It might
say?
not, because you might get got by Ian in a second.
He needs to.
I play the Countess.
Oh.
if
Wait.
Oh,
Ah.
I
Yes.
know what he's got. I know what he's got, Nash.
yeah, so
Yeah.
calculate.
Because the other cards that would
yeah.
force him would be out. But yeah.
I just got traded a guard. Thank you, Ayn. You have the princess.
I do indeed have the Princess.
So
Oh,
yes,
right.
we already had both princes and the king discarded. So the only other reason you could play the countess would be because you have a princess.
Also,
in
he
your
looks
hand.
my card, so
Yes.
Oh, that is true.
That is true.
I
So,
knew
yeah, that's
already.
it. Who's
Yeah.
got the highest card?
Show your hands.
I have a Baron
I have a handmaid.
You succeed.
and a guard
He
sat
is
out
now
again.
two
Is
out of 3.
impressive.
Mm.
There was no way I
I've
was
already
winning
given you
that.
a token.
Have you? Oh.
He
Okay.
wanted his own token. He wanted more tokens.
If I had taken Ian's one, I would have still lost.
Yeah.
That was a no-win situation. No win.
I mean, to be honest, you made the good play for the time because you got a higher value card out of the trade, but you
I
gave
just
me
didn't know how to
exactly the card I wanted.
Put one aside.
Round 4.
Right.
There you go.
Who was first out last time? I think it was Shadowfox.
That was
It
me.
was.
Yes, I got.
That was it.
I got accused of having a Baron, and I did. So start off nice and easy. Guard. Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny. Bill, you're in the lead.
Mhm.
You have.
Yes.
You have a priest.
No, I don't have a priest.
Dang.
I'm very sorry.
So yes, it's a good tactic to go for whoever's got the most chips. At the moment, we're standing at Vija has 2 wins, Shadowfox has 1, and Mr. Genius and Venato both have not yet to win one.
You know what? Let's go to Baron.
Ooh,
Oh,
Who
someone's
you-
getting get.
John. The card over.
early scraps again.
Oh.
Hmm.
Well,
There you go, John. Yeah. Goodbye.
Oh.
No.
something higher than a 4.
Hmm.
Figure that one out.
Mr. Genius, yes.
Countess.
Ooh,
Oh.
Oh. Oh, well, that's just narrowed it down on me a little bit then.
Vija.
I have a card. Random Genius, do you have the princess?
I do not have the Princess, no.
Well, that's narrowed it down even further.
Prince. Ian. Get rid of your card. Get a new card.
Okay, I discard my Prince.
Both princes are out. Countess is out.
And this is my go again.
Yes.
I'm going to play a guard, and I'm going to say that Mr. Venato has the king.
I don't.
Hmm.
4 cards left.
Mr. Vija.
Right. I also have a card. I'm going to play it, and I'm going to say that Mr. Venato has the princess.
I don't.
Oh.
I was going to say, you guys are really cracking up Venato.
You think I'm holding on to a rich card now?
Yes.
What you don't know is he's trying to work up to the next. Shouldn't say anything just in case it's true.
He's
This
trying to
is
work
your
up to
last
the
plan.
9.
I have a guard.
Mhm.
Ian, do you have the princess?
No.
Didn't feel like
But
looking
you
up.
already asked
Yeah.
that.
Phil asked me, I'm asking Ian if he had it.
No, I asked you. Phil asked me.
Oh yeah.
You might have been bluffing.
It can't bluff.
You can't bluff.
My turn. Okay, I'm going to play a priest, and I'm going to look at. It doesn't really matter because there's so few cards out. So, just for curiosity's sake, I'm going to have a look at Mr. Venato's card. Yeah, interesting.
I don't really care.
Both priests
Okay.
are at the bottom. I'm
Priest.
assuming.
Fair enough. Let's reveal our hands.
Yeah, it's still
Okay.
3 people in the game, which is
Yeah.
odd.
Interesting.
But yes,
Mhm.
everyone
Okay,
just
who-
picked
oh,
that down.
I have a baron.
I have a handmaid.
I have a princess.
That means Vija wins.
Yeah.
I will admit, I only just picked that up.
Was that the
Well
last?
done, the king's sitting out.
That was the last one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say because Vija won, shall
Yeah,
we reset and Vija sit out?
Absolutely.
We've done 2 games now, so I'm gonna pick the Random Genius. Would you like to describe any of your games that you've been that you've loved through the last year?
Sure. So there's basically this year, because I'm slowly collecting more and more games, as these guys can confirm. I actually decided to sort of set myself a goal to actually try and sit down and complete a set number of games.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of just game clearing type thing, just to sort of say, yeah, I've got all these games, I want to actually try and clear them all. And over the course of 12 months, I actually managed to beat 26 individual games.
Impressive.
6.
Not bad.
Most of which were fairly short games, lasting about 2 to 5 hours, but there were some big ones in there, ranging from sort of oldish games like Donkey Kong Country 2 for the SNES, to really big budget modern releases such as Persona 5 Royal, because, as everyone knows, I do like me some Persona.
I mean, your current icon wouldn't give that away at all.
No,
No, certainly not.
For reference sake, my icon is done in the style of the confidants within Persona 5. So very
Yeah,
stylish.
kind of the main character images in the fights as well. Kind of.
So, yes, I have been busy on that front, and I've also been busy on a couple of other things in terms of games, in that at the beginning of the year, on a complete whim, I actually decided to get myself a new games console.
Woo.
That one
Woohoo.
being the Dreamcast.
Not quite that new, but
So
Not quite new.
not new, but new to me, because I've never actually played a Dreamcast before.
actually, to be fair, neither have I. So
Or actually sort of seen one.
I
So it was a case of
don't know you, Josh.
I couldn't afford it when I was a kid.
That's
It's
Same
fair enough.
calculation for Bill. I've never played one either.
so
I'm younger
Yeah.
than me, so he's got a better excuse.
I eventually picked one up like several years back, but I don't think I've ever really played. I've never actually played like a physical Dreamcast. Just
Yeah.
pretty much just
I
games.
couldn't afford it. I did save up to try and get one. By the time I would have had enough money, the GameCube had released.
So yeah, just that
Yeah.
quick.
better.
It's just a
But-
bit late.
but it's been an interesting piece of kit. Just sort of getting stuff for that slowly and surely, and getting through some games that I've never played before. Some fairly rare ones on there as well. So I was quite fortunate enough to actually pick up a physical copy of Skies of Arcadia for it. Bit pricey, but it is still one of my favourite RPGs of all time. So kind of allow myself that. Yeah, it still works fine. It still plays games. It still saves stuff on the various VMUs I've got. So it's a nice little bit of a guilty pleasure, as it were, in sort of a bit of levity in what 2020 has been.
Out of curiosity, has the case yellowed at all?
No, actually, no, it hasn't.
That
Yeah.
happens more
Okay.
around smokers, doesn't it?
No, I believe it's direct sunlight that gets it more.
Ah.
So what you're
No,
saying is this copy's been in a basement, then?
Quite possibly, yes.
Sealed away
Ooh,
with no
basement.
breathable air.
But yeah, or it's been in a nicely contained sealed case.
So
I mean, there's probably a warehouse somewhere full of Dreamcasts that have never been sold.
Possibly.
Probably.
possibly.
Yeah, probably. That would be quite fun, just to go around into like warehouses, like just like almost abandoned ones where they've got stock, they have no idea what they've got, and just start rummaging through boxes and just see what you find.
You mean like
Yeah.
in those Storage Hunter TV show
It's
type things?
basically,
Except warehouses.
yeah, like industrial size warehouse, like industrial size storage hunters. It's just-
I think we know what our next plan is. Is that sort of once everything has calmed down and everything has now become the new normal, we're going to go off on an escapade to an old warehouse to see if they've got any retro games in there. Because heck, was it a couple of years back? One of the old warehouses had stockpiles of Earthbound for the SNES.
Ooh.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. And basically, because Earthbound was released very rarely in the was a very rare game in the US, this treasure trove just basically just ignited the fan base.
Flooded the market.
I mean, to be fair, it can happen with some game developers and publishers as well. They can find like old boxes of stuff they didn't realize they had locked away somewhere. Not that I would know anything about that. Cough, cough.
No, God, no. You wouldn't know that anyway.
I'm waiting for them to find tens of thousands of PAL disc versions of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, so they don't cost £100+.
Oh,
It
dear.
could happen.
So yeah, no, my so yes, that is in terms of sort of just general gaming news and such. In terms of games I thoroughly enjoyed this year, obviously Persona 5 Royal came out, thoroughly enjoyed it, and sort of really liked the new stuff that they added to it that expanded on the base game. So yeah, strongly recommend getting Royal over the vanilla version. Not only for the extra story, but also some nice quality of life improvements as well. There was some other really sort of impactful games that sort of stuck with me a long time, like 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim for the PS4.
Yes.
Vanillaware Atlas collaboration, which is basically a mix between a visual novel where you control 13 different protagonists, each one having their own story, and a tactical real-time strategy game involving giant mechas fighting kaijus. I am not making this up.
The thing is, for Vanillaware, that sounds actually kind of a little bog standard for them.
True, but it's
I mean,
very well
did you ever get
structured,
a
very
Pacific
well
Rim game?
plotted.
Did we ever get a Pacific Rim game? Or is this equivalent?
That kind of does feel like a Pacific Rim game, really. just with more yakisoba pan. But yes, it's a very sort of complex story, but it's done in such a way that it actually rewards you for thinking ahead and making the connections, as well as making it clear as to what's happened at various points. So, yeah, it's a game I strongly recommend trying to find if you can. But I think the game of the year for me has to be one of the sort of gems of the year was Hades, which, if you've not heard of Hades, it's a roguelike game in which you play as Zagreus, the Prince of Hell, and you have to try and escape. Hades' domain, and it's all sort of steeped in Greek mythology and such. But it's very well structured. It's very well written. There's thousands of variations on how things are structured due to how you meet people, how you interact with them, that kind of thing, and it's all just very human. It's very relatable. So that is certainly my game of the year because I've had so much fun playing through that and just having a storming time.
I really want to get into that one. I've heard so much good stuff about it, and it's just a case of I need to get round to it.
I have heard that it's quite good in terms of like replayability, and that people have been going through it for like 20 hours are still hearing new voice lines and stuff.
Yeah, there's so much density to it. It's just really good. It's well worth grabbing when you can. So yeah, that is my game of the year because I wasn't on the original game of the year podcast.
Yeah, we've kind of kept that with our free normal host just for convenience, I think. I mean, to be fair, it takes us 2 hours to go through.
True.
It normally takes us 2 hours to go through it, and we had to condense it to 1 hour this year. And
we sped
oh boy,
through
that
it.
was hard.
Yeah, it was very much like, come on, next.
Yep. I actually had to cut like where we were taking breathers between just to cut it down.
But aside from that, I think the only other gaming-related news on my side of things is that at one point, I was the 15th best player on a video game on Steam.
Yeah, a classic RPG game.
Ooh.
So I picked up an RPG game called Crystal Caves HD, which was a HD re-release of a old DOS game. And basically it has online leaderboards and such. Just through sheer stubbornness and determination and such, I managed to get to the 15th highest overall score in the entire world. Now that has since now slipped, but still, it's an achievement.
I mean, top 20 is not bad.
Yeah, I'm top 20 now.
Oh, that's still perfect. Like I say, when you're talking about everyone in the entire world, that's a pretty high Pretty high number.
Yeah.
True.
Because I imagine there's a fair few people on that leaderboard. I'll have to go look myself. I'll do like one level, get 10 points, and then look to see what the lowest numbers are. That's another one I want to get at some point, but I'm not in any rush because I have played Crystal Caves before. Back when it was I only played the first episode. Back when it was, good old shareware.
Yeah, this re-release is basically revamped versions of the original game plus an extra fourth chapter. So yeah, that's about it really in terms of the games. As for other things, I think it's pretty much discussed on other shows of what I've been watching and sort of doing outside of gaming and work. So I think there's nothing much more really to add other than these guys were very lucky with their dice rolls when they were players in a tabletop RPG. I was GMing for them.
Well,
Some of us
I don't know.
Some of us were luckier than others.
Incredibly lucky.
Some people were, some people not so much, and we are sorry.
I'll roll with it and see where the character
Was that
goes.
a pun?
Yes,
It's a double pun.
I didn't do it.
and it works on so many levels now.
Prior notice, caught for you. We wanna make this party you don't wanna skip. Gonna be a show to remember. Take over, stop the boogie down. Make over, nothing's gonna take away my life. What's over when it's got to put that shoe the clock while walking. I'm getting things over. Reveal the truth up to the public. With your hands up, time to surrender. Take over, stop the boogie down. Make over, nothing's gonna fade away. My life was over when you started with that shoot the clock while walking. I'm fading, it's over. Got no game, serving you right. Say your prayers now. Take over, stop the boogie down. Make over, nothing's gonna fade away. My life was over when you started with that shoot the white walking. I'm saying game's over. Take over, stop the boogie down. Make over, nothing's gonna fade away. My life was over when you started with that shoot the white walking. I'm saying game's over. Prior notice, caught for you. We wanna make this party you don't wanna skip. Gonna be a show to remember.